Alright, so welcome back to The Real Ish. In my last video, I did a reaction to the trailer for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to come back and do an actual review because I wasn't sure if I was going to watch the movie. So the movie dropped Friday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. So I watched the movie last night. My expectations were low, obviously. And I'm gonna just be real. I hated it. I mean, honestly, I knew I would. I knew I would hate it. First of all, this video is gonna have some spoilers in it. So if you have not seen it, you know, you might not wanna watch it. So far, since it's dropped, it's a lot of videos out there with people talking about it. So it's gonna be kind of hard to get around not knowing what it's about if you have not seen it, alright? So, like I stated in my trailer reaction, the movie stars Madelyn Cline. She plays Danica. She's the lead girl in this. I told you she's from Outer Banks. She's not a great actress. Don't know why they made her the lead. There's a few other people, I'm not sure who they are, never seen them before. And of course they bring back Julie, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Ray, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. Immediately, even from looking at the trailer, I could tell that they were trying to make Madelyn Danica, making her character just like Sarah Michelle Gellar, making her like Helen, obviously. It was a lot of things wrong with this movie. And for starters, it was really slow. Coming into it, it was really slow. I don't know. I found myself constantly saying, let's get to it, you know, let's you know, it started off very, very slow. The writing is really bad in it. It's really bad. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about every little detail in the movie because it doesn't matter, it doesn't make sense. It starts off with these 5 friends, and the girl is like getting married and it's like her engagement party or whatever. And these friends, they went to school together, of course, and that's how it all starts off, you know, like that, blah, blah, blah. And so then at the end of this event, I believe they see a girl they went to school with. She was like helping cater the event, or I don't know, whatever. I can't remember. She was doing something with the event and they found out that she went to school with them. Her name's Stevie. And so they invite her to hang out with them. It's 4th of July. Ironically, it's always 4th of July. And so the 5 of them hang out, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. They go around this same road, how it looks in all of them. And they try to do a twist. Instead of doing it where they hit a person with their vehicle, the girl's fiance, Teddy, he actually is acting all kind of crazy and being in the middle of the road. They try to lead up to like he's going to get hit by a car. He doesn't. One car goes by, he's still like, you know, in the middle of the road. They're telling him, you know, get out the road, yada, yada. He's still acting the fool. And then the next car comes. You know, the other friend, the guy, I don't even know his name. Hold on, let me look up his name. I can't even remember these characters' names except for the girl and then the guy. Milo, I think. Anyway, he saves him, gets him out the road, and then the car runs off the rail, hits the rail and runs off the cliff. Actually, it's a truck. It doesn't run off immediately. It's like on the little thing, you know, hanging. They're trying to pull it back. How can these people pull a pickup truck by themselves and bring it back onto the road? I don't know. The person reaches out and grabs the shirt of Teddy, trying to save him, and Teddy takes his shirt off and the truck falls down. I don't understand why he did that if they're trying to save him anyway. He reacted as if this was like some monster or some person they're trying to get away from. I don't know if they thought he was dead. Obviously not if they're trying to save him. Whatever. So that's how it all starts. And then a year later, fast forward a year later, they're at a bridal thing for Danica. But then I'm confused because you think that this is for the guy Teddy she was with, but it's not. It's actually somebody else. She's marrying someone else. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, very cliche. She gets a note. She gets a card and it says, I know what you did last summer. It's very, very lame. It's almost like a copy and paste, really. And it all starts from there. They all get back together a year later, trying to figure out. She thinks the ex Teddy did it. He didn't. I mean, the first kill is her new fiance, which has nothing to do with the story. Like, he has nothing. And then it's confusing. This killer is killing people that had nothing to do with the accident. So I don't know. All right, so anyway, so that's that. The kills were nothing like, ooh, they weren't crazy. I wasn't too crazy about them. It didn't really matter. A lot of these characters were unlikable. Even the ones that they brought back, they brought back Freddie Prinze and Jennifer Love Hewitt for what? They added absolutely nothing to the story, nothing. And it was a bad story to begin with. An hour and 51 minutes of just a copy and paste movie with a few little twists. It was a scene that I did not like. That Danica, they were at the police station after a lot of stuff that happened. A lot of people done got killed. I'm sorry, not a lot of people, just a few, a couple. And she was daydreaming or sleep or something, and then they had this scene where Sarah Michelle Gellar, her character Helen, was there and she saw her, and it was weird. If I can find pictures of it, I'll put it up, but it was like, I didn't really like it because why would she be dreaming about somebody that she didn't even know? And two, it just didn't make sense. I don't know. Let's see, and I'm not going in particular order of the movie. I'm just trying to think of stuff off the top of my head since this is fresh and I just saw it. They had a very random scene where one of the girls had some type of relationship with someone else, like another girl. Little things like that. It was really pointless. That girl was like some person trying to do a podcast. She was trying to talk about the murders and stuff from 1997 that happened. You know, they killed her. The only person that was trying to talk about the stuff from back then. Anyway, yeah, so the kills weren't that great. They had said that Ray and Julie had gotten married, but then they said they got divorced. They give you no reason on why they got divorced. So you don't tell why they got divorced, so what was the point of saying that they were married? I don't know. There's a lot of things that I just felt was unnecessary. The whole movie itself was unnecessary. I just don't feel like, what was the point? And then the way that her fiance died, and then it's like all these people are dying, all your friends are dying, and then it's like they're making jokes, they're not being serious. You know, I hate that in scary movies. They do that a lot, where it's lack of emotion. Like your boyfriend, your fiance, your friend, your parent, whoever just passed, and then 2 hours later you're joking and y'all having regular conversations. Like, that's not realistic, and that's what constantly happened in this movie. It was just stupid. There's not really much more to talk about, honestly. They made this big red herring for someone who you thought would be the killer, and it obviously wasn't. So that was another thing that was pointless. I don't know. The guy that they killed, but they actually didn't kill, his name was Sam Cooper. That's another thing. They didn't even actually hit this person. Granted, yes, that Teddy shouldn't have been in the road, but they didn't actually kill him. So I don't know what they actually did last summer. I don't know, like some of them wanted to call the cops and some of them didn't, but it wasn't like the one from 97 where they actually like hit him. Ben Willis, I think that was his name. They didn't actually kill him, you know, like I said, he shouldn't have been in the road, but what did they do last summer? Like, so that was a bummer. It was very. Then they had the cop, like Teddy, his dad knows people, blah, blah, blah. So they had like the police cover up this whole thing about the Sam Cooper accident that they did. And it just didn't make sense. It wasn't that deep to me. It would have been an accident if you would have just said, hey, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. I mean, yeah, they might have gotten some type of whatever, but and it wasn't all of them. It was just Teddy that was in the middle of the road. So just say he did it and that was it. Like, movie over. I don't know what the big deal was. And so anyway. Alright, so I'm about to jump into some spoilers right here. The killers, because it was two of them, like Scream. Why was it two killers? I don't know. It was pointless. The killers were none other than Stevie, the girl they used to go to school with. They said that Sam Cooper was her boyfriend. I thought I missed something because I assumed that this was somebody that was like a father figure to her. I don't know. And from what, to my knowledge of how Ray's character was in the past, I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. He wouldn't have done that. So he was always made to be like a hero in those movies. Made to be the one that always wanted to save his friends. So it doesn't make sense to me why he would help this girl do this stuff. Simply because his reason was, check it out, his reason was because he think the people in the town were forgetting about what happened to them back in 1997. That was a great reason, right? No, it was terrible. What? Why would they write for him to put these other people through what he went through and lost all his friends? He lost all his friends but one, which was Julie. So you act like he lost his mind and did that. Like, so my question is, I think too much. I think too much with these movies. So my question is, if they would have never hung out with that Stevie girl that they used to be cool with in school, and then proceed to hang out with her that night, and then this stuff happened. If none of this stuff happened, then he would have never been killing people, I guess. He was to help that Stevie girl, which said was her boyfriend for about a month. I think, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I think they said that she wasn't even seeing that Sam Cooper person that long. I don't know. They finally figured out, I think that one girl, I honestly don't know these people's names. I think her name was Ava. That Danica got like stabbed and shot at, whatever, by Ray. She fell over the boat at the end. Danica fell over. Thought she died, she didn't. Teddy died, the other boy died, the girl with the podcast died, and they said, why would you kill the girl with the podcast trying to talk about what happened to y'all in 1997 if he was so upset that he said people were forgetting? That's the only person that was trying to talk about it. So why would they kill her? This stuff makes no sense. Why would that Stevie try to kill them if she had only been in a relationship with this person for 30 days? Why would Ray help her just because she works with him at his bar that he has? How did Julie figure out that Ray was one of the killers by just looking at his picture? She looked at his picture on the internet of his bar with him and that Stevie girl and just immediately knew that he was a killer. I had to rewind it and I was like, wait a minute, what did she see? But she saw nothing, so I don't know. Ray tried to kill Julie, but I feel like he would never do that to her. He would never want to harm her, let alone anybody else. By the way, that Danica, she survives. I don't know how she survives because she was stabbed. She flipped over in the ocean, washed up on the ocean. She should have died. She should have drowned. I don't know. That's basically the movie, everybody. That is basically the movie in a nutshell. Whoever made the movie is nuts because it doesn't make sense. It's poor writing, poor plot, poor character dialogue, poor everything. And in half of the movie, Jennifer Love Hewitt, her character Julie was missing. Like, what happened to her? And if Ray was a killer, he had several opportunities. He could have killed Julie when he went to her house, but he waits until she comes to the bar when she figures out he's a killer just to try to kill her then. Make it make sense. It was scenes in the movie where Ray and Stevie were together by themselves when things were happening to the rest of the people, and us as the audience saw them and no one else did. Why weren't they talking about what they were gonna do? Why didn't we realize they were the killers? It's certain things that were happening on screen for us to see, but no one else. It doesn't make sense. From our view, it looks like they weren't even doing any of that stuff. And I don't know if that's the way they intended to throw people off of them being the killers, but it honestly just didn't make sense. This whole movie is stupid and terrible. And the ones that like it, I mean, good for you. If you like the movie, good for you. But I feel like people my age and people who enjoy good movies, who knows knows what's up. We know these are not, we know this movie is not what it is. Like, this is some reviews on IMDb. It only exists to remind us that the original is cool. Somebody said they got mixed feelings about it. They was excited for the movie and wanted to love it, but they struggled to warm to any of the characters. As for the death scenes, I found them very quick with no chase, no adrenaline. Nope. Somebody said they had fun, pretty good slasher. I don't think so. 4 out of 10. What are you waiting for, huh? That's another thing that was very cringy. They had Julia say, Julie, whatever her name is, they had her saying, what are you waiting for? It's very eerie and very weird. She said it in one of the old ones, I believe. It says 1997 was a wild year. Jennifer Love Hewitt and her pals in Southport, North Carolina. They said they committed a murder and somehow managed to build a franchise out of what should have been a one-and-done slasher flick. Exactly. 27 years later, we're back with the worst kept secret in horror history. What began with 4 friends has evolved to a new generation mirroring the same moments. Yep. They said I'm all for paying homage and drawing inspiration for the original, but this film felt like a callback central. Reference after reference, loosely connected series of events. And what kind of made sense, maybe. Right. It's like, why am I looking at this? Somebody said if you like the original, they gave it a 2 out of 10. Run, 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 far away. Never return. This movie was trash. What the actor has done, basically just spitting in the face of the fans that have loved these characters for almost 30 years. I rolled my eyes and went along with it for most of the 90 minutes, and then the train derailed. It was just horrible. Like, 2 out of 10. I really don't care what you did last summer. Right, there's no long chases, no building of suspense, no character development, no chemistry among the cast. The kills were incredibly quick, and Madeline Klein is insufferable. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. And one more thing to end this off. Before I saw the movie, I saw a spoiler that said Brandy was going to be in it. If you don't know, Brandy was in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, the 1998 one. It came right after the first one. She wasn't that great then. Brandy's never been that great of an actress to me. And somehow the spoiler came out that she was going to be in this one. So I'm watching the movie, and I don't see her until the very last end. They rolled in some stupid nonsense through the credits. So many people making a big deal about Brandy being in this movie, and she's in the end of the credits. Some stupid mess of her watching the news, looking crazy, watching the news about what's happening with Ray and Julia. Then a knock at the door. Very, very, very convenient. It's Julie. She comes in, they hug. They talk as if they have never seen each other. Like they haven't seen each other in years. And then how would she know where she stay? She shows her something, pictures of them, and talking about, I know what you did, or I honestly, I'm just making up stuff. I don't even know what the note said. I was just so taken aback and so like, I was done at that point. I've been done, but I was just really done. I don't know whose idea that was to throw her in there. She doesn't matter. She's not a part of the original. I don't care who feels a way about it. Brandy was unneeded. The whole movie was unneeded. Throw the whole movie in the trash. Don't try again. Leave the first one. That's it. I can look at that one. Don't really care about I Always Know or I Still Know or whatever. I'm done with this. After this video, I will not talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer anymore. I will not talk about I Still Know, I Always Know, I Knew, I've Been New, I Don't Remember, I Remember, whatever. Like this video, comment your thoughts down below if you've seen the movie. If you have not seen the movie, I suggest you don't see it, or if you do see it, don't pay money for it. Just wait until it's on some streaming service that you have, or find it for free. I don't know what to tell you. Like, don't see this movie. It's trash, it's garbage. This is my review, my honest review. I don't really care if you like it or not. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks for watching. God bless. I'm done with this.